Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of the BAXA-MAXA transmission we build. I already got this drum right here cleaned, along with the pistons, got the seals out of it. I'm only gonna do one. I'm only gonna do this one, show you how to put it back together. The other one over there goes back together the same exact way on these models, so there ain't no need for me to make a long video of showing the process of both drums. One thing I do want to point out though, during inspection, is these molded pistons. It's the top cap, it sits in here like this. Need to make sure they ain't cracked and broke. If they broke, might as well just throw the drum away. Can't really get these pistons no more. I mean, the company I get them from don't really sell them in the kit. I mean, I haven't really seen nobody sells them no more. But yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna do first and second clutch. That's basically what we got right here. Yes, I got the clutches out of the drums on this table too, because this is how I just usually take them apart. I try not to mix up the plates and stuff that's always come out of it, because if you don't mix them up, you get your clearances dead on the money every time if they're not damaged. I mean, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these seals out. A lot of these seals don't fit these drums, so we're just gonna lay them all out right here and see what we got. We got little seals and big seals. All right. Same way in the middle right here. Let's see, you got a big one, little one, little one, medium-sized one. All right. Now, how I took these apart, I did the same way, top, bottom. I call this top, bottom. So we're gonna do it this way, guys. This is the way I usually do it on all of these Honda transmissions. That way you just don't get them mixed up. So we're gonna start out with this one right here. This seal right here actually goes on this groove right here. Right down in the middle, it's a groove. So, see what we got. This is hard as a rock. So we're just gonna hold it in your hands like I always do. We're just gonna match one up. See, that one right there was a little bit small, but we're gonna go to the next one. It has, and we know it's the next one. That one's dead on the money. They're both basically the same size, but I always try to get close enough to make sure, because I mean the pack labeled 1 and 2. So we're just gonna take it. I'm just gonna slip it on the shaft right here. Try not to roll it. I'll put it down for you. Now on the other drum over here, yes, it goes together the same way, but it might have, instead of O-ring being right here, it's probably gonna be inside the piston, probably right here. But I mean, they go together the same way. All right, so there's that one. Now we're gonna grab this seal, and this seal right here, we know this one's too small. See, we know this one's too small. We know that one's too small. So we're sitting right here. These go to a different transmission, okay? This one right here seems a little too small also. We sit it right there. Too small. So it leaves these two right here out. So it's probably gonna be that one. Probably gonna be this one. Set this to the side. Grab your piston. We can see how it fits. See right there? You got that little tension on it. Popped right in. Not too loose, not too tight. Alright. Throw your old seal over there. Now look. I'm only going to show one side, guys. One side. Then I'm going to skip forward to where we're going to be putting the the clutches and the drum. I usually put the clutches in, the new clutches in dry. No transmission fluid on them yet. Just to get a rough estimate of the clearances. So we're just gonna, then got kind of cool out in here. So my darn grease then got hard as a rock. That must be the hot. Alright. But you leave it up good. Same way right here. Leave that seal up. Make sure she's all good and clean in there. No foreign material. Like I said, I use good old-fashioned brake clean to clean everything. My parts washer just ain't good. I mean, I need to get off my butt one day and get a new parts washer. But look, take your hand like this, grab it, make sure your seal's in it. Go down straight, like I just did. Get the grease off your finger you just wrapped on. Just work it down. Work it down. Turn it like this. She's not quite in yet, guys. If she acts like she don't want to go, take it back out and try it again. But when she stops, she's in. I got ahead of myself, like I always do. Got the spring right here. Got a little bit of fluid right there, it's okay. Spring, and then you put your little motor piston right there. I made this tool right here. One broke off because I was using it for a Lolo transmission. But I just grab it. It's basically 2 sockets I made. I just take it. Like I said, my press is kind of sketchy. I got stuff all over the place. I need to clean up out here, get rid of stuff I don't need. But this is the main part about the job. If you don't have a press, you ain't gonna be able to get this done. These piston seals in. So make sure when you go in, alright, you go down where that groove is. Get your snap wing. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Click, you heard it click, she's in. And there you have it, guys. Ouch. Hit my head like I always do. Alright. Whew. Sorry, guys. Having a bad day at the camera today. But yes. One side's done. Basically, you flip it over, do the same thing to the other side. And call it a day. Alright. I'll get back with y'all in a minute when I got the clutches and the drums for dry setting. Alright, so I got the other drum done. Got a little mess going on right here. We're going to go ahead and do a dry fit. Check our clearances. You're supposed to soak the clutches. We're going to soak the clutches the last part of the rebuild. So here's first and second. It doesn't matter what side you start on. This is going to be basically the side that faces up. This is going to be second right here, which was blown up. Take a metal plate. Take a clutch. Metal plate. Clutch. Same process. Plate. Clutch. Plate. Clutch. Break this one off again. Thought I done clean that darn thing. Random stuff gets on it. Plate. Clutch. Here's your end plate right here. Your end cover is your main one that whoops. See here. Oh, we can get a little bit more clearance out of that, I believe. So what I like doing is we take this old plate over here, the old end cover, just wipe her off temporarily. I mean, she's clean, but I just like wiping them off again. This is what you get the clearances from most of the time, your end cover. Let's see here. So that one is a little bit tighter. And that one looks better than the old one we had. So what you're looking for is, for your clearances, you don't want it too tight. And you don't want it too loose. So we're right at the snap wing groove. So the other one over here, you put it in there. Hope you can see that. Yeah, this one right here is a little bit down more. Yeah, this one's down more. You can see more of that bottom of that snap wing groove. So we're going to go with this one right here. And we're up high enough. Go ahead and put the snap wing in it. I done did a lot of these. I just go by eye. I don't have to put a filler gauge under it. They're the money. Alright, same with the bottom one. The bottom one is, we got a little wave plate that goes in first. Goes right in that groove. Then you put your plate in. You see the green around it. In the kit, don't be afraid. We have an extra clutch left over. You always gonna have an extra clutch on the Acras. The Acras use an extra clutch in the second gear clutch pack. So we got going on right here. Yeah, I'm going to play with this one a little bit too. I can get a little bit more clearance out of it. I'm going to do this more off camera, guys. You just know the drift, because if I sit here, sometimes it takes me 2 hours to get the clearances the way I like them. But, like I tell you all in the previous rebuild video on the Odyssey, I like to have that top plate right level with the very edge of that snap wing groove. You got the snap wing goes there. You want it right at that bottom edge. Right now, we're kind of half the thickness of a penny, and I don't like that. But for right now, we're just going to stick it like that for now. I'll stick it to the side. I'll get the clearances in a minute. When you take them back out to soak them, lay them back out. Once you get your clearances set, take all your steels, like top, bottom, that's what I do. So basically it's the top, put the top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom basically. That way you won't get your clearances messed up again once you soak them. See, once you soak your clutches, they will swell up just a little bit more, and you can sometimes take up that slack. But I can get more clearance out of that. Ain't no biggie about that. So I'll play with that one later. Here's second gear. I meant to show you. I didn't make a rebuild. I didn't make a teardown video of this transmission, guys. So here's second gear clutches. Basically, nothing left to it. So I told you second and third was slipping. There's second. Third's over there. Ain't nothing left to it neither. So. Alright. Over here, the third and fourth. Once again, we got a wave plate on this one. The new set, sometimes you can flip it over. I always put it back down to where it was. You always see the one with the groove in it. That's your wave plate too. Stick it down in there. Clutch. Steel. Clutch. Steel. Clutch. And steel. We're going to see how this one sets. Dead on the damn money. Dead on the money. Dead on the money. Right, exactly where I want it to be. Sorry for my dog. So I'm happy on that one. The reason my clearance is on this one is kind of off because I changed the steels on that one side of the drum because they was toast. Like you can't, I mean look at that. All that scratched up shit, you can't use that. They're done. If you reuse that, it's going to fail on you in 10 miles. I mean, I could put steels all through it, but I'll be here for 10 hours setting the clearances. Sometimes. But yeah, here we go again. Same process. Got a wave, goes down. One with the wing around it. I mean, the new steel, if you put it, won't have a wing. But put the one back up the wing. Steel, clutch. Steel, clutch. Steel, clutch. Dead on the money on that one too. So, dry setting is done. Like I said, I'll do the clearances on the other side of this one later, off camera. But basically, that's what I mean. After you get your clutches, your clutch drums done with the seals, do a dry fit. You can see what your clearances are looking like. We'll go ahead and get your the shafts over this table after I clean them, and we'll be back. And I'll get everything cleaned up. And we're going to finish up part 2 here shortly. Alright guys, so before you do your rest of your seals on the shafts, here's your sealing ring set. Make sure before you take these sealing rings off, they send you the right sealing rings. I have ran into an issue in the past where they sent me the wrong ones. It's very rarely they'll send you the wrong sealing rings, but make sure they match up. And what I mean by match up, I'm fixing to show y'all. See, turn it over. So on the shaft, you got square cut. So you got 2 square cut sealing rings right here. On that one. On this one right here, on the bottom, you got 2 slit cut. It's a slit in it instead of squared off. So we're gonna make sure they send us the right ones. See, look, got 2 square cut ones. That was a square cut one. That was a slit one, see? So, slit, square, slit. So, I got a big slit and a little slit. Check. So, now we can proceed. I always do that before I proceed, because once you take these sealing rings off, I mean, a lot of people, you don't have to change these ceiling rings, but uh-oh, hold on, let me stop my heater from firing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alright, as I was saying, I had to cut my heater off because it's loud. It's a big blower heater. So we're gonna do this one first right here. We're gonna go ahead and take these ceiling rings off, the 2 square cut in the bottom. If they break, coming off, whatever. What I was saying before, I had to put you on pause. If the rings look good, you don't got to change them, but I change them anyways. I'm just saying, if they gave you the wrong rings in the kit, don't panic. Leave the ceiling rings on there. The main ones you do need to change are your other ceiling rings up here. But if you want to do the rebuild right, and you know it's right, you don't got to worry about nothing down the road. Change all of your seals, all the ceiling rings. So put them right there. We got 3 seals right here we want to get off. That one's flat down the groove right there. It's probably why it bumped the second gear up. All these seals are here the same size, I believe. On the V6 model, you have one bigger, which is right here. They sit in the kit, but we don't need. Give me 1 second while I get this last seal off. I'm gonna clean it one more time, and then we're gonna put the ceiling rings on it and go from there. Alright, so this is how I do it right here. I'll go ahead and put the 2 ceiling rings at the bottom first. Just make sure they're both the same size, which they are. Take it, open it up easy. I don't know why this one's hard as a freaking rock today. Hopefully they didn't send me a defective one. It is a possibility. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I might have to put my resizer tool on this one. See, it's pretty freaking tight. I'll show y'all how we resize it in a minute. Take it in there and squeeze it together. I don't know why this one's so freaking tight. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so it took me a while to get it done on there. You gotta fight the little grooves, but it's on there. You can take it over here to your transmission, stick it down in there. If it wants to go. Alright, make sure it goes down all the way. Spin it around like this. Get the assembly grease. So this is what we're gonna do to this one right here. Just grease up in there a little bit. Not too much. Make sure the seal's set, which they did set. With it down in the groove's good. So stick it back down in there. And she wants to go back in there. She wants to be a butthole today. Alright, she's down. It's gonna be a tight fit because they got that new seal. Alright. At this point, we can go ahead and stick the differential in. Just get it out of our way. I mean, they got brushes for this stuff. So we're just going to put some assembly grease on the back of the bearing. We'll go ahead and set her down in there. That way she'll be out of our way. Alright? The middle shaft right here, there's no seals. It was a B6 5-speed. You have seals on top. There's no seals in this shaft. You can go ahead and stick it down the middle. After you take this one out. So put that one in there. You're going to hear it rubbing because you haven't gotten tightened up yet. We can go ahead and put this one back down in there. We're just temporarily sitting them down in there for now, guys. And there you go. Now since we can flip it around, we can spin it. We can grab our other 3 seals. 1, 2, 3, which we took off. We can grab 3 seals right here. They're all the same. But you can verify just for the hell of it. These ones are a little stretched, so they ain't gonna be perfect. Alright, you take it over top, roll it a little bit, take your pick, it gets ton. Be real careful when we go over the splines. Go in the groove. Pow, there's 1 seal. There's 2 seals. You got 1 more right there. Pow. We're gonna go ahead and do the other seal. The other one's kind of tricky. So this one right here is kind of tricky. We're gonna have to take this freaking snap wing off right here to get to these 2 ceiling wings. This snap wing does piss me off because they don't never want to come off, which it came off that time. I'm really surprised. Same process. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it again once I get the seals off. We got a small ceiling wing and a big one. Big up top, a little down below. See if I can grab it. Let's see here. I got that one too. Alright. Stand up like this. Grab the other seals off. I mean, you can be rough with them getting them off. They've been on there for 200,000 miles. Alright, so I got the seals off. I'll be back in a minute once I got the shaft cleaned again. Double clean it. Be back in a minute. Now this is where the board comes in I was telling you about. Take it, lift it up, and just put it right on the front edge of that transmission. I got grease all over me. Not paying attention. And you can see it better too, doing it that way. So, big seal. Little seal. And now perfect. Go ahead and sit the bearing back on there. Snap wing. Now, any other day off camera, this darn snap ring won't go on that easy. So, I just got lucky today with the snap ring, guys. It usually pisses me off. Let me double check one more time. Ain't no way. Yeah, it's on there, damn. Surprised me. Alright. Same way with this one right here. We'll go ahead and assemble it out here in a little while. Take a little assembly grease. We can stick down in there. We can stick it right here, down this hole right here. Make sure she sits in there good. Feels good. Perfect. Release. Seals look like they set. They didn't move. Stick it back down in there again. Got 3 more seals. You have that big one left over. I mean, y'all can get these seals on there wherever the way you want to do it. This is the way I do it. Been doing it for years. I mean, and with you doing it this way, when you're turning it like this back and forth, you're getting your ceiling rings to set in place. So, that one's done. So, there's the shaft seals. Shafts are done. I'll take this one back out. This is how this shaft goes together. Well, I'll just go ahead and put it together for y'all. That way, on part 3 will be the last part of assembly and putting the rest of it together. Got a bearing. You got your gear. Make sure she sets down under the way she's supposed to. Bearing, bearing. Then your gear. Like that. A little bearing. Down there in the bottom. You got your bearing race. Like that. That's how she sets down there. Then when you want to take your drum sits on top of it like that. But for right now, we're just gonna sit it like this. That way, you can see it do that. It's gonna make that noise until you get everything tight. But yes, here's the end of part 2. We're closing in of finishing the job. So on part 3 will be the final assembly part, and part 3 we will be getting the rest of the stuff on here. I'm gonna go ahead and I already have the drums soaking. The clutches and the drums are already soaked. I ain't gonna show you that. 30 minutes. They recommend 30 minutes soaking the clutches. I'm not doing soaking for 30 minutes. I always soak them for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. Usually I get them soaking, I just forget about them, walk off, come back. So 45 minutes, whatever. But when y'all see me again on part 3, I'll show you how I get the drums on the shafts, set them back down in here again. And then we'll have final assembly of internal and case going on and sensors going back on everything. So part 3 will be longer and we'll go from there. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.